Welcome to the latest episode of KodaCast, the podcast where we explore the latest developments in the NFT and Web3 space. Today, we are excited to have a special guest, Henry, a community manager at Ultimate.app and a Twitter manager for the NFT Club in Berlin. Hi, Henry.
Hey Damsky, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining. For starters, can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into the NFT and Web3 space, and what especially drew you to working as a community manager at Ultimate App?
Yeah, sure. My background is I studied economics. I worked for 4 years in the commodity finance world, um, and during that time, I first kind of became aware and then invested into cryptocurrency. So that was kind of the end of 2017 in the previous kind of major hype FOMO time. So I was pretty late, and so I bought some Bitcoin and like all the kind of noob coins. Like, well, I guess now I know they're noob coins, but whatever. So I invested into like Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, these kind of things. And then pretty soon after that, everything crashed, and I just held on to everything. And then I like left that job, spent some time traveling, spent some time doing other jobs, and eventually moved to Berlin and was here during the next kind of hype cycle when it started in like 2020, 2021. And I was like, oh, I should probably check in on those cryptocurrency things I held from 4 years ago and see what's going on. And they'd kind of recovered a lot, but I'd also like missed kind of DeFi summer and this kind of stuff. I was working in software sales, like SaaS kind of business in education at that time, and basically became way more interested in crypto, NFTs, Web3, all this kind of space, and decided now I want to actually find a job where I can be involved in this stuff every day, and rather than be like a sideline hobby, I can make it my full-time thing. And so that's when that was kind of mid 2021. I realized, like things had started crashing again, and I realized I wasn't like this amazing trader that the bull market had given me, this impression at some points, and everything you touch turns to 10x. And so that's when I started going to real life events here in Berlin, and it's a very like tech city. And also quite an artistic city, so it's a good city for NFTs. This kind of combination between artists and tech people. And I went to an event. There's this famous co-working space here called Full Node, and they had a Polygon event there. I met some people there. They invited me into a Discord, and later someone shared the job that I have now with Ultimate in the Discord, because Ultimate is a startup here in Berlin. So I was at that time applying for jobs. Yeah, I was applying for jobs in Web3 and crypto. Kind of didn't mind what they were, so long as it was like a non-technical role. I was interested in kind of community or sales kind of roles, and I was especially excited with Ultimate because it was also in Berlin, so I could actually find and work with the real people.
I see. Nice, nice. I mean, Berlin is like known for having like a hub for all these, artsy slash tech people, and also for the like ultra geeks from way back then when computers were starting. So it's just like awesome city for this. Um, let's get a little bit into Ultimate app. So can you tell us like about that?
Yeah, so Ultimate, it's a non-custodial wallet. It's mobile only. And the idea of Ultimate is to make the perfect kind of on-chain trading experience. So most people, I think, still now are using centralized exchanges. In general, that's because the user experience is a lot better there, especially if you're using Ethereum, where you have to pay like high gas fees to trade your tokens. And things like FTX, Binance, they're so much more convenient. People prefer that trading experience, even though it does also have risks, like we saw with FTX at the end of last year. So What Ultimate is doing is building an app to make almost replicate the on-chain, the trading experience you have from those centralized exchanges, but take it on-chain and use the full power of on-chain to do that. Right now, we're only on Solana. Today, actually, sorry, as of today, we're also on Ethereum. So it's quite an exciting day for Ultimate. Um, being on Solana, which is a great chain for fast trading, and Ethereum is the OG chain where the community is the biggest. There's a lot more liquidity. There's a lot more users, and yeah, so we're going to be fully multi-chain is the idea. So very soon we'll also be adding Arbitrum, and then the next chain is in probably going to be other layer twos, most likely Optimism and Polygon, and then we'll see after that. I know we're in discussion, like the team is kind of throwing the idea around different chains. So like Bitcoin, for example, is one that we're also very interested to do because again, it's it's the true OG coin, and there's a lot more users, but the kind of functionality is not there yet. But we're seeing more developments in like Bitcoin DeFi, and like ordinals has been kind of a hot topic in the last month there. So yeah, so some features that like we have that I think we do better or other wallets don't have at the moment. It's very easy to track another user's wallet inside Ultimate. If you know their address, you just plug it in, and it looks as the exact same experience as if it's your wallet. We also have a portfolio history, so you can see kind of your total token value across time and like how you're performing. And things we're building right now, which will be in the app very soon, are limit orders, stop loss, and this kind of stuff. So all on chain, all in one place. Like you don't need to think like, oh, where can I do my limit order? I need to connect my wallet to that. I need to go to a different dApp to do that. And now I want to trade. I go to a different dApp to do that. The idea is to have it all in one place.
All right. I mean, that's awesome. I just like the fact that you don't have to basically connect to any other decks, and it's like basically all fixed in the background, like right. So it's super easy for the user. Nice.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the most exciting projects that you have been involved with at the Ultimate app, and how do you like contribute to, let's say, the Web3 slash NFT space?
Yeah. So through Ultimate, like the first kind of iteration of the product was focusing as a DeFi wallet. So that was more about integrating DeFi products and making them usable by kind of retail users. So the two protocols that we integrated when we launched were Lido, which is the big liquid staking protocol. That was on Solana. It's not the biggest liquid staking on Solana. That's something called Marinade, but it is still very large. And basically, we built a much improved user experience for staking your Sol. And then the other one that we launched with was called Friction, which is an options protocol, which has actually sunset since then. And that's also like kind of not in line, but like as part of our like refocusing into away from this DeFi, which isn't, the Solana DeFi scene right now isn't super hot, and it's all part of our kind of refocusing into the trading experience and being multi-chain. So yeah, so I think kind of to answer your question, like being involved with DeFi projects is kind of the interesting thing that I've been doing with Ultimate, and also basically going and talking to these teams. So the other projects that we're integrated into Ultimate already are Jupiter, which is the DEX aggregator on Solana, and Orca and Radium were also DEXs that we had integrated previously before we finalized the Jupiter integration.
All right.
Yeah.
And what dexes you plan to integrate on the Ethereum in the Ethereum world?
Yeah, it's going to be 0x, which is also an aggregator, and also 1inch will be integrated, and they'll be where we do limit orders on Ethereum.
I see. Nice, nice. As a community manager, what are some of the biggest challenges you face when building and growing a community around a project like this, and how do you overcome these obstacles?
Um, there's there's lots of challenges, um, especially so like as part of my role, I go to lots of conferences, and
Yeah.
being multi-chain, I have been to lots of Solana ones, but also like I met you during Berlin Blockchain Week, and then at that time we were only Solana, and I was like, oh yeah, we're building Solana, and then your response was almost straight away like, oh okay, not super, not super interested, or what, that I mean, your response is kind of typical. You do get some people who, especially Solana, is like a turn off, or a point of, oh okay, it's Solana, therefore it's not something I should be interested in. So that's like one challenge. The Solana community is smaller, but it's still thriving, and it's a very strong community. But yeah, definitely at sometimes being at Ethereum events, so also ETCC, I was there and trying to talk to people about a wallet that is going to be on ETH one day is not as easy as talking to someone about a wallet that is right on ETH right now, as we are
Mm.
now. So I'm looking forward to going to some Ethereum events and being able to show people all the features we have. So things like following your ETH wallet, trading on 0x is going to be, yeah, I think for me it's going to be a lot more productive than being like, oh yeah, we're Solana but Ethereum soon, and all this other exciting stuff. It's a lot easier when you have the project or protocol or app live than it is to kind of do it before that. Um,
Mm. Yeah, I know how it feels like when you are integrating like EVM, for example, components, or just integrating that in general. It's just the phase when you are saying to everybody like, "Yeah, we'll be launching on Ethereum soon." It's just like the worst one, but when you launch there, actually, then that's the best, So good, good.
yeah.
Um,
Another challenge I think was like everybody already has a wallet, right? Not
yeah.
new people are entering crypto, but we are still in this kind of bear market, slow period, and there's not that many new users coming into the world of crypto. So the people that are here are already satisfied, or they're not usually looking to get a new wallet. So yeah, so I don't know which wallet do you use, Damsky?
Well, so I've of course tried, and one of the first wallets I tried was MetaMask, but I've recently, not recently, but for some time now, I've been using Frame, because I especially like the fact that you can just import like any wallet there, either if it's hardware wallet, software wallet, or if it's just from a seed phrase or whatever, and you can basically manage all your wallets from like one place. And just when you need to switch a wallet, just click on a different address and you use that wallet, right? So when I'm connecting to different apps on the in the Web3, I'm just using Frame, and then I can even use my hardware wallet, but have it comfortably done from like software UI basically, right?
Okay.
But I have to say I don't know about any wallet besides Ultimate.app that would be having like a trading suite inside, which is honestly, I'm definitely looking to try it out because it would make things much easier for me. Because if I imagine that I could skip the step where I don't connect to I don't know DYDX or any other DEX, and I can do it right away, and I can even post limit orders, then that's really good.
Yeah, and Um, again, there's like some other things that are coming soon. So like we don't yet have Ledger integration. We don't yet have Wallet Connect, but that's all stuff that's going to be built very soon. So it is, it's not as fully built out as we'd like. But yeah, so definitely being not feature complete and being kind of in a the wallet space, which is pretty saturated. Um, and yeah, those are the challenges. Like in Solana, everybody is using Phantom. There's also other very good wallets like Soulflare,
Mm.
and Backpack is kind of the hyped one, and that seems like the chosen project from the Solana Foundation. They're getting loads of hype and support from that side. Um, so yeah, those are some of the challenges. And then also like we released during Breakpoint, which is a massive Solana conference taking place in Lisbon. We released on the first day of Breakpoint, and on the third day is when FTX exploded, and lots of people in the Solana ecosystem lost. Lots of people lost lots of money. Lots of
Yeah.
retail users lost confidence in Solana. Like it was a huge blow. to Solana, to crypto in general as well, because it just really shakes confidence from all angles. And yeah, so that was also a challenge that Ultimate has kind of come through.
Awesome. Nice, nice. All right, so let's go into a little bit into the NFT scene in Berlin. So you are Twitter manager of the NFT club in Berlin. So maybe a little bit of introduction. What is even NFT club Berlin?
Yeah, so NFT Club is a community here in Berlin. It's a group organized mostly by artists and tech people. Um, we've been organizing events since late 2021. So 18 months now is about the time I've been involved with it. And in that time, it's changed quite a bit. Like the original person who was organizing everything has changed. Then we had a different team, which has also now changed again. But we've consistently, I've been basically helping them with Twitter and giving support at IRL events as well. So the biggest kind of events that we've had last summer, they were responsible for organizing the Solana Summer Camp, which was a 4-week co-working space in Berlin, but based around Solana Hackathon. And I'm actually right now at another event very similar called the Solana Build Station, which is a 6-week co-working space for Solana developers who are building on the Grizzlython. And the NFT Club is basically supporting that. And some of the people from the NFT Club are now working for Super Team Germany. So I'm going to show you the view from outside my room. So we have
Nice.
NFT screens here. This is curated by the NFT Club.
Okay,
There's a
I see.
stage there. That guy with the microphone, he's a developer. He's built an NFT game that's on the screen now. So they're doing like a little demo, a mini tournament of his NFT game that he's building for the Grizzlython. And the NFT Club is involved, very heavily with this build station, as well as other events. So there was the biggest event I think has been for 500 people at a venue in Berlin. It was like an open air, basically party, but with some kind of not workshops, but just like talks and panels, as well as NFT galleries. So it's kind of I don't know, a strange thing. It's not like it has a set thing, but it's like if people want to organize an event, then NFT Club gets involved and helps make the events happen.
All right. So it's like also like basically like a co-working space also, right? Or
So this place we're in right now, it's only going to be for 6 weeks.
oh, okay.
Um, and it's arranged by something called Super Team Germany, which is basically part of the Solana. It's supported by Solana Foundation, but they're kind of locally working with the NFT Club as well to support this co-working space and to get developers in, to get the local kind of Web3 community of Berlin to come and all mix and see what's going on with Solana and that kind of stuff.
I see. I
But the
see.
NFT Club is very like cross-chain. It's like completely chain ambiguous. It's just that the people leading it found their way and found Solana to be their like main home base, and that's how those connections are formed. But there's artists from Tezos, Solana, Ethereum, kind of all the chains where all the chains where NFTs are more active.
I see. Nice, nice. So what advice would you have for artists or creators or entrepreneurs who are interested in entering the Web3 slash NFT space? Because you have been involved with many things and you have your own road. So what's your advice to these people?
It's difficult to give. I guess not. It's difficult to give advice because I'm not an artist, so it's hard to, I can't speak from that. I can't speak from personal experience, but I know lots of NFT artists, and there's definitely the kind of questions they ask when they start are often similar. It's like, what should I do? What should I post on Twitter? What should I do? Which I'm worried about minting on the wrong platform, or I'm worried about minting on the wrong chain, or if I mint on this chain, can I still do that, or will people hate me? And it's like, I think my main advice is to just do follow your own path and not be like, oh, but this person this person is only doing Ethereum, or this person's only doing Solana, or this person's only doing Tezos. I don't think the artists should be like limiting themselves by chain or by platform. I think it's important to like experiment as it is with art in general. Like people learn from doing, people learn from experimenting. And I think also people are generally too worried about what they're posting on Twitter. They're worried, oh, if I post and it doesn't get any likes, you know,
Hmm.
what if they're like concerned? What if I share it and I don't get a good reaction? I think it's Twitter. Like you can just do the same, share the same thing again in the future, and just try again. And that's my I guess my general advice. Um,
Hmm.
at at this time, yeah. Last year, my advice to lots of people was to try Solana because we had lots of people in the NFT club community who were like, I want to mint on ETH, but it's too expensive right now, so I'm just going to wait. And my advice then was check out Tezos, check out Solana because it's a lot cheaper. There's still a very big community of NFT buyers, traders, artists on those sites. So that was one piece, yeah.
Hmm. All right. So, like, since you manage socials for the NFT Club Berlin, like, well, how is it different from, because it's NFT oriented, right? So, how is it, for example, different between, you obviously know how your project is doing, how is your project managing social media, and you probably know how, for example, some other big DeFi protocols are managing their socials. So how is it different managing an NFT profile?
I think it's possible to be more degen in the NFT profile, um, especially because it's not it's just the loose organization. It's like a very small company, but like at the moment it's not. Uh, no one's going to get angry if we post something super bad. Like I don't know. I guess there like I don't have the same kind of structures about what we can post, so it's a bit different in that sense. Also, it's a local community, so that's also something that's different. Um, I don't speak I don't speak German very well, so I'm posting in English, and like the community is English speaking. So yeah, I guess that's kind of also important being in Germany in the Web3 space.
Hmm.
It's posting in German as well sometimes.
Okay. So when we have a look like at the past trends in NFT and Web3 space, what are some of the most exciting trends that you think could occur in the next bull run or in upcoming months, like the space in general?
I think probably um, probably gaming. I think will be the space that really takes off eventually. Um, I think it's like gaming items or composability between games is going to be this kind of trend. Once someone actually builds a game that people actually enjoy playing, um, rather than a game that's just like Axie was just a grind because you could get tokens and then it. But I don't think people were actually enjoying playing it
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
much. So that's one thing. I think also I think I am bullish on Ultimate's thesis about on-chain trading. So more people moving from centralized exchanges on-chain. And I think mobile in general, so like Solana has bring out its mobile device. That's hopefully going to be part of a movement of people building mobile apps and making crypto a lot more accessible from your mobile and making it more convenient for kind of the people, not people like us who are very deep into the space, but people that are more casual users, and for them to have very accessible and usable ways to do crypto, but in the kind of true Web3 way that's not on a centralized exchange.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like most of the people when they are doing day-to-day operations, not all of them have, laptops. Most of them have phones, right? So I think the step for example, with the Solana mobile device, is going to be quite interesting. I'm personally looking forward to see how it's going to go, and if they will, find a market fit for that, because it's a kind of specific thing, right? To basically build this. And with some of the recent reputation issues, it might be a bit tricky, but we will see how that's going to go. Mm.
Yeah. What do you think? I'm interested to hear because I know you're probably deeper in the NFT side in some ways, some aspects.
Yeah, so like the past maybe year or months, we can see the rise of the AI, right? Of the all the kinds of softwares and Mid Journey and DAL E2 and text to image stuff. So I think what will definitely be an important part of the upcoming months will be something like prompt engineering, where you will be basically like the master of prompts, because the more you use the AI, the more it actually is taking it from the people, right? Not in a bad way, but the worse the prompts are, the AI is also getting worse in my eyes. So basically, something like prompt engineering will be like pretty important, and if we basically try to take it into the crypto world, then, for example, artists doing their whole collections with AI will be a normal thing, right? Because when you see what the AI can do in a minute or in 30 seconds, then the artist would work on it, for example, for like a month or two. But of course, the creation, like the AI or the text to text to image, is not everything, right? What I think will be pretty important is to also have some storyline between, like, in the middle, right? Because that's what's, after all, selling the collection, the story behind it, and like what's the purpose of it. And I would like to see some more of utility collections, but I can definitely see AI a little bit disrupting the Web3 space and somehow like getting in, right? Because, for example, I am already using some of the AI features, either if it's some mid journey, sometimes you're doing a nice, cool looking picture, or some text generating and stuff like that. So, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Definitely, AI is such a rising trend across so much stuff.
Hmm.
And Web3 crypto seems like a kind of such a natural fit as well with it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, all right, Henry. So thanks everybody for tuning into KodaCast. We hope you enjoyed our conversation with our special guest, Henry, about building and growing communities, either around NFTs or in the wallet space. Don't forget to shoot us a follow for more episodes. And thank you, Henry, for joining us. It was a lovely session. And yeah.
Thank you. Cheers, Damsky.